Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Everyone always keep falling in love again. What's wrong with them? I don't understand. Maybe it will pass by. Someone save me before I pass out. I'm too lonely to be done.
Hey sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. I have a brand new video for you today. I have some cleaning motivation. We're going to be making some sourdough bread. I have a grocery haul, all the things in today's video, so I hope you enjoy it. Give it a big thumbs up if you like videos like this. The first thing we're going to start out with is unboxing this sourdough kit. This is one of the things I wish that I had when I started making sourdough about 2 years ago. There's just so many helpful tools in here, and it also makes your bread making a little bit more fun. So it has all of the instructions here and what it comes with in the box. I would like to thank T-Mars for working with me on today's video, but the first thing that comes in the box is two different collapsible proofing bowls. One is round to create your traditional Dutch oven loaf, and the other one is the rectangular shape, which you would use to make really yummy sandwich bread. They also come with a scraping / mixing tool, so you can mix your sourdough starter and or scrape the sides of the jar. There's a brush in here for brushing butter on top of it, and then it comes with your scoring tool, and so the handle is separate than the blades, but the blades also come with a leather case to go over them, so that way it doesn't catch you when you put it in your drawer or however you plan to store it. And then they also come with a scraper that has some really awesome measurements on top of it. But the main thing inside of the box is the actual sourdough starter jar. And I had sourdough starter that I had in my fridge that was dormant. So I'm actually just going to rehydrate mine and reactivate it and get it going. But you would go ahead and make your sourdough starter in here. And the one lovely thing about this jar is it has all the measurements on the side. It also comes with two temperature gauges, one for Celsius and one for Fahrenheit. And then it comes with a band that goes around it as well, where you can mark where your sourdough starter was when you mixed it together. So I did 1/4 cup of sourdough starter from my fridge, and then I fed it 1/2 cup water, 1/2 cup flour. So I do the 1-to-2 ratio. But I'm actually going to mix this up, and I'm going to put the stretchy fabric that goes over it so it can breathe overnight. I'm going to let this sit, get active, do its thing, and then I will get up in the morning and I'll show you what it looks like, and we'll get to baking bread. So if you're interested in this kit, I'll go ahead and leave a link down in the description box where you can find it. It is really, really helpful if you're new to sourdough or wanting to get into sourdough. It is definitely something I would recommend. You don't have to have it. I did it without, but do I wish I had it? Most definitely. But now that it's the next morning, I'm going to go ahead and get up and get my bed made. I want to clean in my room today. I want to clean in the kids' rooms today. We have a few groceries to go get. And so I just want to get the house kind of back in order for the week. We're still trying to get settled from moving. There's still so much that we have to do, but we're just trying to take it one day, one step at a time, especially with the holiday and Father's Day being so close together. We've just been so busy, so we've been trying to get to it when we can. But I hope you guys had a wonderful 4th of July. You'll have to let me know down in the comments how your 4th of July was. Ours was pretty low-key, but really wonderful at the same time. We got to spend it with loved ones and family and friends, and to me that's the best kind of holiday, when you just get to spend it with everybody that you love. So we enjoyed ours, and I hope you enjoyed yours.
I've been so selfish and made you believe that you're not good enough, but you're all I need. I take you places that you've never been. I would give you the world if you let me try again. Yeah, just give me one more chance. I swear I'll try my best to always be there.
Now that my room is all clean, I'm gonna get to that sourdough starter. You can see here what the temperature was at. It was between 72 degrees and 74 degrees, and you could see that it more than doubled in size. So I'm ready to go ahead and make my bread. I start out with 3 cups of all-purpose unbleached flour. I do a dash of salt in there, and then I do 1/4 cup of my sourdough starter in 1.5 cup of water. So that's what I do. I mix it all together in this bowl and I start making my loaf out of it. But you can see just how floaty and bubbly the sourdough starter is, and if it floats like that on top of the water, it's a pretty good indicator that it's ready to bake with. You can also tell by how many bubbles are in it and how sticky it is. It would be like a thick pancake batter consistency, but it's very sticky, and you can just tell when it's ready. But it's one thing I love doing is just making sourdough bread. My whole family loves it. It's good for so many different things, especially if you have a pasta dish that you're making. It makes some of the best garlic bread in my opinion. It is fantastic. So if you've never made sourdough bread and you feel intimidated by it, it is really not as hard as it seems, to be honest, and I encourage you to definitely get out there and try it. I have some previous videos on my channel of making sourdough starter, and even over on my Instagram I have a whole highlights from stories that shared with you day by day making sourdough starter, and I just love sharing it with everybody. But this is what my loaf looks like before I knead it. So I mixed it all together in my mixer, and then I'm gonna go ahead and let that sit for about 6 to 8 hours and let it proof. But for the first 2 hours I will knead it by hand, doing the stretch and fold method every 30 minutes. So keep that in mind as well. But we're gonna go ahead and get these kids' rooms picked up and clean, get their beds remade. I can't wait to do some more things in their rooms. Their rooms are definitely not finished yet, but honestly, I am still pondering what to do in their bedrooms. I'm just not 100% sure yet, and I don't want to jump into anything if it's not what they want as well, because I want them to be able to pick out how they kind of want their rooms to be, and none of us have just decided yet. So their rooms will definitely get done eventually, but for now we just hung up a few pieces of decor. We got their toys in here and we'll get it settled eventually, but today's definitely not the day.
I'm not gonna wait, no, no, not yet. Whoa, no, not yet. Whoa, no, no, not yet. Whoa, but I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy. I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy. I'm not gonna wake up. No, no, not yet. Whoa, no, not yet. Whoa, no, no, not yet. Whoa, I'm not gonna wake up. right. I don't need nobody else but me. But I'm thinking of the way you move, the way you make me grounded. Thinking of the way you move, the way you used to hold me. Like a stone in the water, singing down, down, down. I'm still falling for you. Forget what I said, just come on over.
My daughter's room was not too bad on this day. She definitely just needed her bed made and all of her stuffies kind of organized. You'll have to let me know down in the comments, were your kids ever attached to one thing over another? Like, my daughter really loves stuffed animals and loves to sleep with stuffed animals. However, my son has one particular blanket that he just has to have, and he's had to have it since he was a baby. It's something he loves, where my daughter has one particular stuffed animal she can't sleep without. And I just think it's so cute how every kid is different. So I would be curious to hear if your kids have something like that. I think it's so sweet that there's one thing that they both have from early on in their lives that they just think is so precious to them and that means so much to them that they want to sleep with it every single night.
Forget what I said, just come on over. Forget what I said, just come on over.
Okay, so this is just a little fill-in grocery haul of some essential things that we definitely needed. We'll start over here. We got some sweet cherries. They were looking so good, and they're like in season right now in our state. So we got some cherries. I got 2 things of the Jif creamy peanut butter for like peanut butter cookies, peanut butter sandwiches, all those things. I got 2 of the Colby Jack Monterey Jack cheese, 2 pounds of that. And then we got a big bag of Fuji apples. We really like these apples. The kids love them sliced up. And then we got some strawberries, 2 containers of those. Those were on sale. I think for like $1.99 a container, I think. And then put that backwards. We got 2 of the Go-Go Squeeze apple cinnamon apple sauces. We don't get these very often, but every once in a while I like to get the kids those, especially when they're going to be having friends over for the summer. And then I got a big thing of blueberries because we go through blueberries like crazy over here. We didn't have any tomatoes, and we're going to have some BLTs for dinner tonight, so I grabbed some tomatoes. We got a bunch of bananas. The dog takes her medicine with bananas, and then the kids obviously love bananas. I got some Sara Lee 100% whole wheat bread, so we got a loaf of that. I got 2 things of sweet peas. I like to put peas in my tuna fish. Let me know if that's something you do or you've ever heard of, but I got 2 cans of the sweet peas, and then 4 cans of the canned corn. I don't have any home canned corn left, and a lot of our family uses these for like recipes and stuff, and then sides for dinners. So this is our little fill-in grocery haul for the week. All of this was about $60. All that produce we got from the grocery haul, we're going to go ahead and get that into the sink and let that soak and just wash up a little bit. It is one thing I love to do is prep my fruits and veggies for the week. We eat it so fast and it just saves time throughout the day, and I find us grabbing for it a lot more when it's prepped and in containers. One of our favorite ways to store it is mason jars. If you've never stored your fruits in mason jars, it lasts so much longer. So I have the strawberries and blueberries in mason jars, and then I had the cherries in this container, but they store really, really well. But this is what my sourdough bread is looking like after it is done and proofed, and ready to bake. So I put it in the oven at 450 and I bake it with the lid on for about 30 minutes, and then I will take the lid off. I will go ahead and score it, and then I'll put it back in the oven with the lid off for another 25 to 30 minutes, and you can see just how yummy and delicious that turns out looking. It makes an amazing sourdough loaf. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you do, please leave it a big thumbs up. If you want to get your own sourdough kit, I will leave a link down in the description box. As always, sweet friends, thank you so much for joining me. If you are in need of prayer, I would love to say a prayer for you. Leave it down in the comments, write me over on Instagram, or send me an email. But I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye, y'all.